let's jump into the lineup for the home run derby. We do not know yet who is going first. So we don't know what order they're going to go in, but we have some details about how the home run derby will be conducted. We've talked about it before, but I feel like this is a home run derby show. We should give a little bit of a refresher. First things first, it will still be a timed event. The rounds are still going to be timed, but on top of that, players will have a minimum number or a maximum number of pitches. They'll have 40 opportunities to hit home runs in a certain amount of time. Right? Isn't it 40 balls?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Pretty
40
sure it's
ball,
40.
40 pitches over 3 minutes.
Yep, over 3 minutes. And then there are different rules for bonuses. They still come at 425 feet. That's really important. But this year they're not going to do a bracket challenge with seeding until the semifinals. So all 8 players are going to compete against one another, and the 4 remaining players will be the 4 with the most home runs, and any tiebreaker is going to go to the longest distanced. The home run hit the farthest is a better way to say it. So that's how
Mm-hmm.
they'll kind of do tiebreakers. Um, there are timeouts allowed, but only one. And then they change a little bit as the competition
Once they get into the
changes.
final round, they get 2 minutes and 27 pitches.
That's right. There you go. Two
Is it?
minutes, 27
So,
pitches.
yep. So those
Baseball
are
family,
the new rules.
we will be here live July 15th at 8 p.m. Eastern. We do this every year, where we will invite you to turn ESPN on, mute them because they're not as fun as we are, and then join in to the audio version here with us, where we will be calling the home run derby and having way more fun. We've got more mini games coming up. We've got all kinds of fun uh, analysis and information, and we yell and scream
Trivia.
and shout and trivia. We never get this rowdy except for the home run derby, and it is a riot. So in the past, we've brought people onto the show. That's been really fun. So it's always a good time. You know, we always have a good time. We
Yeah,
shake it up a little bit
it's a
every
lot of fun.
year, and it's good. Yeah. All right, let's
Yep.
go through and analyze these players a little bit, get everybody an idea of what to expect. Let's start with Adolis Garcia. He's the one. I think he's the one who last committed. And here's what his spray chart looks like through this season so far. 17 home runs. This is
So
where he's put them.
17 homers, a guy who can literally hit it everywhere. He can hit it out at
Yeah.
any part of the park. And this is his home park too. So all these spray charts, these are what their home runs would look like at Globe Life Field. And I think it's important to understand, to keep in mind during this, that this is a hitter friendly park.
It is.
This is this park is home to the second or third highest home run totals this year. So we could be seeing the ball flying a ton compared to last year where we were at sea level, and I think some of those balls were batted down just a little bit by the humidity in the marine layer. We're not going to get that as much
Yeah.
in Texas. So here's again Adolis Garcia, primarily a pull hitter. He's a righty, but he can certainly hit it straight away and opposite direction because that dude has got absolute light tower power.
He does. And this will be a fun fact. He will be the third Rangers player ever to win the home run derby, and the first one since 1993 when Juan Gonzalez did it. So,
No,
uh,
hold on. Josh
well,
Hamilton did it
as a
in 2008
Ranger.
as a Ranger. As a Ranger. Yep, he
Oh,
did. So he's trying to be the first since Juan Gonzalez to win because Josh Hamilton didn't
that's
win.
what
Remember,
I
he put on
said.
a
Yeah,
show.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I thought you said to do it, to participate.
Oh, no, no, no. The first, so there have only been 3 winners in Rangers uniforms ever. Ruben Sierra co-won in 98, or sorry, in 89 with Eric Davis from the Reds at the time. But the last one to win was Juan Gonzalez in 93.
There you go. I saw that there were co-winners. I don't know how that worked. I don't know why they didn't do tiebreakers. That was weird, but
Literally have no idea,
whatever.
but maybe technology. I don't know. Now, this is Adolis Garcia's home ballpark. Obviously, that's going to play a factor into his maybe the reason he jumped in again this year. He did participate last year as well.
Hmm.
right? Was it last
Yeah.
year he participated?
Yeah, he did, and I think that it's one of those things where like last year it was almost like get a feel for it, and this year try to win it in your home park. I don't know,
Yeah.
but I think he's got as good a shot as anybody this year. He is a lot bigger than he was last year, so
Yeah.
maybe that
He raked.
extra muscle
He
mass
was
will help him.
the second half of last season, he just tore it up with the long
Yeah, and I
ball. So
wonder if
it'll
he's
be
hoping that
interesting.
this will help get him going again.
I think so. That's exactly what I was going to say. All right, let's move on to Teoscar Hernandez.
So Teoscar Hernandez, primarily a pull hitter. He's going to hit most of his stuff to left field. He's got some opposite field power. But honestly, like with 19 home runs this year, he's having a resurgence this year in LA,
Yeah.
and I think a lot of it has to do with protection in the lineup, not as much pressure in the lineup, and just a place that he obviously feels more comfortable hitting, which is
Yeah.
fine. He's got as much power as anybody in this lineup, and I think
Oh
he
yeah.
has as good a chance to win as the top two or three guys.
Did you know he only hit 26 home runs in 2023 and he's already got 19 this year?
Yeah, yeah.
So talk
I know
about like
Mariners fans were
pressure off.
expecting 30 to 35 from him last
Yeah.
year. And that's the
Yeah.
thing is like he was still one of the top guys on the team with 26 homers, but he struck out so much that it didn't feel like his home runs were that impactful. When in reality, you needed every single one of those home runs to get to where you were late in the season. So
It's true. It's absolutely true. Um anything else you want to say about Hernandez?
I I think I really think he's got as good a shot as anybody to win this thing.
Yeah, I do too.
The dude can hit. The
MLB
dude can straight up hit the
MLB's
ball.
listing him as the dark horse guy.
Yeah,
So I think
I could
I
see
think
that.
that's relevant. That's possible.
Makes sense.
Let's move on to Gunnar Henderson. Why don't you tell us about his spray chart?
So Gunnar Henderson is a lefty. He's primarily going to hit him out left-handed, and I think he takes a little bit of advantage of that short porch in right field in Baltimore, but he's still got to hit it over, and he still hits the ball to Utah Street. So he's got that
Yeah.
going for him, which is nice. Tons of power to left center field, as you can see. He's going to hit it out there, and he's got some opposite field power too. Although he does have a couple homers this year that might be questionable at Globe Life. So I don't think he's going to try to send anything the opposite direction. Though he's going to try to pull everything, which will
Yeah.
be to his benefit because it's not super deep in right field. It's 326 down the line. I remember, was it last year the Rangers were talking about the short porch at Yankee
Yeah.
Stadium
Oh yeah.
that they weren't
Yeah.
real happy about? It's like, well, it's not much deeper in Texas, so
Yeah, it's really not. It's really
so
not.
he'll have a chance to take advantage of that, and I think that could really work better for him than it will for most guys. And at 27 home runs, he's got more than I think anybody on this list. So he could be
Yeah.
going last.
I do believe he has more than anybody. And he's is he the youngest or who how old's Bobby Witt Jr.? Let me look that up really quick.
You look up Bobby
Because
Witt. I'll look up Gunner
24.
because
Gunner's 22, Bobby Witt's 24. So Gunnar
okay
Henderson is the youngest guy on the team or in the lineup.
on the
Was the
group.
youngest guy
Okay.
in ever, but I guess he's super
Just
young.
about. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, he is. Okay, should we go on to Pete Alonso?
Please, I got a lot to say about Pete.
Okay,
So here's Pete Alonso, 18 home runs. He will send it up to out of left field as often as possible. He pulls that ball better than just about anybody. He's got tons of power, 18 home runs so far. And here you can see as it stacks up against Globe Life's left field, like the dude is just going to run and gun in this ballpark. I wonder how he'll
yeah, they're
do
not
with the
cheapos.
what's that?
Oh, they're not cheapos.
No, they're definitely not. And I wonder if the slower pace with the limited number of pitches where he's going to be taking his time is going to really help him this season with this home run derby. This is the fifth time in a row that he will be a participant in the home run derby.
Well,
That
he's
dude
looking to
wants to
join.
win. Yeah, say it.
Yeah, he's looking to join a really elite group of guys who have won three. I think he'd be the third. I know Ken Griffey Jr. did. I want to say who was. Gosh, I'm drawing a blank on the other guy. I looked it up just a couple hours ago, but I can't remember who it is. But,
I'm
uh,
looking it up right now.
but yeah, he would be part of a really small group of guys who had won three, and I think he's pretty determined to join that club.
Yep.
I'll start talking about J-Ram while you look that up. Jose
Okay.
Ramirez, switch hitter. He, like most switch hitters, he hits for more power on the left side of the plate. So I would assume that's where he's going to go during the Derby, because he's got 3 pulled down the line, down the left field line, 4 to straightaway center, and then the rest of his 23 home runs are all to right field. And again, not cheapos. He's got a couple that are absolute moonshots. So I would expect him to hit left-handed in this Derby, and to not have any problem hitting at the Texas Stadium at Globe
Yeah.
Life.
You know why we couldn't think of the other guys who have won 3? Because the kid's the only one
They
that's
don't
ever done
they
it.
don't exist. Yeah.
Yeah. Pete Alonso would join Ken Griffey Jr. as
There you
the
go.
only 2 ball players to win 3.
I couldn't remember if it was Junior and one other, or if it's just Junior. And it's
No,
him. He's the only one. Okay.
he's the only one. 94, 98,
Love it.
99. So good for Pete Alonso. I mean, 5 in a row, 4 or 5 in a row. That's a lot of attempts.
Well, he gets it. He knows what the fans want. I love that he's willing
Yeah.
to do it, because so many guys are not anymore.
Well, and do you
Like
think this
it's
has something to do with it being a walk year for him?
no.
It's
I
got
think he
to.
just likes to do it. I think he just likes to do
Yeah.
it. I think he just has fun, so he wants to do it.
I think he definitely has fun. I also think he's ultra competitive. I mean, you got to be at
Well,
this
yeah,
level,
there's
but I think he's
Right.
extra
Yeah,
competitive.
I think you're right. All right,
Um,
Marcelo Zuna.
Yeah.
Talk about spraying the ball.
Oh my! Look at that. Oh
That's
man,
crazy.
and a
24
track
bombs this year.
record.
Everywhere. We talked about Juan Soto, was it last year, 2 years ago, and his spray chart looked a lot like this. Like, you don't
Yeah.
know where it's going to go when he hits it out. It could go anywhere, because he is a behemoth of a man with a lot of
Mhm.
strength who can just send it everywhere. So, of course, I do think he is going to try to pull just about everything, because I was looking at the 3D spray charts from last year, and like I think Adley Rutschman was the only one who didn't pull, and didn't he switch to the right side at one point last year? So he hit a couple to
Mhm.
left field.
Yeah. Just
So
for
he's the only
fun.
guy who didn't hit everything spray to the pull side.
He will be the first Braves player ever to win the home run derby if he does.
Ever, if he wins.
Mhm.
Wow.
Crazy, right?
That is cray.
Yeah.
Straight up
It's
cray.
very exciting. Very
All right,
exciting.
Bobby Witt Jr.
Bobby,
Another pull
24
hitter. He
years
has
old.
opposite field power. Yeah, 15 home runs this year. But the thing is that he's got a lot of power to center field. I don't think he's going to be trying to hit him out in center field, just because it's not as likely. That's really deep, 407 in center field. But I think he's going to try to. If I were him, I would try to put him down that left field line. I don't know if you. I don't think you try to thread it in that little cutout area there. But I think you try to play down the left field line, just not even left center. Just try to get out in front.
Yeah, I think so too. Did you know that Bobby Witt Jr. grew up north of Arlington?
I think I
Like,
did.
he's in the
It
neighborhood,
feels
man.
like some. It feels like something that would make sense for him.
Yeah, it's very exciting. I think it's going to be really cool to watch, and being the one of the younger guys and a shortstop. I think we could representation by middle infielders this year. It's got to be one of the highest we've ever seen,
It
because
has to
we've
be.
got any infielders, right? You got Polar Bear Pete, you got Jose Ramirez, and you have 2 shortstops. Well, and Alec
Mhm.
Boehm. Holy cow.
Yeah, we'll get to Alec Boehm. Well, he's third base, but still another infielder.
No, that's what I mean. You just talk about the
Yeah,
infield. Like,
yeah,
I wonder if we've ever had this much infield representation. Of course, infielders have won in the past.
right. Todd
So,
Frazier is one of
Todd
them.
Frazier, the Todd father. Yeah, baby. That's what I was just
So
going to say.
it makes sense that Bobby Witt Jr. grew up in the Arlington area, because his dad played for the Rangers for 11 years. Long time.
Yep. Yeah,
So
there you go.
he's got to love having the All-Star game there. And I'm sure that
Well,
probably played a part in him wanting to do it.
you'd think it would. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, let's go on to Alec Boehm. 11 home
A lot
runs
of
this
pull
season.
power.
A lot of pull
A
power.
lot of pull. And mostly that left center field alley. I do think he can pull it down the line. I think he's going to want to turn on more, just to make it a little bit easier on himself. But this is the thing that I like Alec Boehm a lot. Like,
Yeah.
I love a lot of the guys in the Phillies. We talk about this all the time. Like,
Yeah.
Such good energy with that team, such good vibes. But I was a little surprised that he's doing the Derby, especially
Yeah.
since he said the last time he did any kind of Derby was like collegiate wood bat, and his coach who pitched to him will be pitching to him again on Monday night. I think that's really
Oh,
cool.
that's bangarang.
Yeah,
Okay, I happen to really love that detail. Way to
yeah.
go.
Yeah. Super
That's
cool. I
awesome.
love it. He's one of the guys I'm cheering for. I don't think he has the consistent level of power as the rest of the guys. He's gonna have to take advantage of his length because he's so freaking tall to hit a
Yeah.
lot of those balls out. But I don't think he can contend with Ozuna, Hernandez, the polar bear. I don't know that he can even compete with Gunnar Henderson because that dude's just got insane power.
Here's the thing about Alec Boehm. He is going to have to, you're right, he's going to have to be more precise and he's going to have to barrel it up every time because if he misses, he won't get it out. Unlike Polar Bear, right? Who, if he'll miss and it'll still sail all the way over
Yeah.
the fence. You know what I mean? He's got
Hmm.
so much drive. So
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
excited
And
about it.
Gunnar Henderson's the same way. He produces so much torque, and with
Yeah,
the trajectory of his swing, that if he misses, it'll still go out. So
yeah.
I don't think that Alec Boehm is going to be the same way.